Welcome to Employment Law This Week. I'm George Whipple. Our top story, statewide employee scheduling rules are coming to New York. The State Labor Department is advancing regulations limiting on-call and just-in-time scheduling. The proposed rules require additional pay for employees scheduled on short notice, but would not prohibit the practice altogether. While the regulations appear to primarily target retailers who use on-call scheduling, they will impact other industries as well. Here's Jeff Landis with more.
Arguably, these proposed regulations are driven by targeting the retail industry and the fast foods industry because these are historically the industries that have utilized more unpredictable scheduling models. It is very noteworthy that these proposed regulations are part of the minimum wage order for miscellaneous industries and occupations, which means that they apply to employers well beyond just the retail industry and the fast foods industry. This will be a significant change. For employers that utilize IT shift workers who are frequently on call, such as help desk support, you're now going to have to comply with these new rules as well.
Management side labor lawyer Peter Robb has been confirmed as the next NLRB General Counsel. The board's General Counsel serves a critical policy role at the Labor Board, deciding which issues to pursue in investigations and litigation. Robb is expected to move away from the expansive agenda of his predecessor, including the broadened joint employer standard. An accomplished attorney, Robb played a key role in the Reagan Administration's response to the air traffic controllers' union strike, which resulted in their firing, a pivotal event in the modern history of labor relations. The EEOC says its charge backlog has dropped to a 10-year low. Last week, the agency released its fiscal year 2017 Performance and Accountability Report, highlighting its work over the past year. According to the report, the EEOC resolved 99,109 charges and reduced the charge workload by 16.2%. bringing its total workload to just over 61,000 charges. The agency filed 184 merit lawsuits, more than double the 2016 number, and received approximately $484 million for parties charging workplace discrimination. This includes $355 million in settlements and other administrative enforcements and $42 million through litigation. A $15 minimum wage is on the way in Montgomery County, Maryland. Montgomery County joins neighboring Washington, D.C. in implementing the $15 minimum. 2 states and at least 6 other jurisdictions have enacted similar measures. Montgomery County's law establishes a slower path to $15 than D.C., with large employers reaching that level in 2021. The law also allows for an opportunity wage of 85% of the minimum wage for employees under 20 years old in their first 6 months of employment. And that brings us to our tip of the week. This week, we welcome Barbara Harris. Barbara is a senior labor and employment editor at Thomson Reuters Practical Law. She spoke to us about navigating the patchwork of state and local paid sick leave laws. Until the federal government passes a fix like the preemption law we discussed on last week's show, this will remain a concern for employers.
Drafting a legally compliant paid sick leave policy has become one of the biggest headaches for multi-jurisdictional employers. But there are several steps they can take when embarking on this task. First, they need to understand the applicable state and local sick leave laws wherever they have employees. Next, they need to decide whether to have a generic PTO or paid time off policy or a specific sick leave policy that just covers the uses under the applicable laws. This may depend on where the employees are located and how many jurisdictions they have employees working in. Either way, employers should consider using their existing policies as a starting point because they may surprise you and be more compliant with more jurisdictions than you think.
Thanks, Barbara. That's it for Employment Law This Week. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.